This arrest video is going viral because 2 Honduran immigrants were arrested by ICE, but supposedly ICE used excessive force. I don't care how much force you use. If you're here illegally, pull them niggas out the car, pull them across the border, kick them, toss them, whatever you got to do. Get them the fuck out of our country, all right? No? You don't agree with me? Too bad. Let's watch the video.
Well, this viral video shows ICE agents getting into a tense confrontation with 2 men on February 28th.
This motherfucker
Their
got
loved
the taser
ones say they were just on the way to work around 9 in the morning when they were pulled over at the intersection of 29th and I-65.
Police, open the door.
Yeah, okay.
Open the door.
This is the moment ICE agents confront 2 Honduran nationals in their car. The agent in the plaid shirt grips the passenger's wrist and aims a weapon at him. The frightened driver records the scene, pleading in Spanish to know why they've been pulled over. The agent...
They said the frightened driver was trying to speak to them in Spanish. How do you know these ICE agents aren't frightened? Huh? A lot of these people that they're arresting, these illegal immigrants, are here illegally and are from a country where, you know, they pretty much do whatever the fuck they want. So they come over here and think they can keep that same culture in America. But it's not going to happen. Not on Donald Trump's terms, all right? We ain't fucking around no more with these illegal immigrants. Biden should have, you know, shut that shit off. But Joe's asleep at the wheel. My nigga... Right? That was Joe Biden the entire presidency, bro. But how do you know these ICE workers ain't frightened that you motherfuckers got a gun? I don't care if you're going to work at 9 a.m. You could still be a fucking criminal, a gangster criminal, you know, one of these motherfuckers from the cartel overseas. Who knows where you from or what you do when you get here?
Don't answer and just keep demanding they open the door. Tension.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Demanding they open the door, which is hilarious because this video started off with them saying, open the door. And he said, okay, why isn't the door open yet? Not complying with police orders, but you want to be in America. Why don't you ask black people what happens when you don't comply with police orders?
Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Rise as officers from ATF and Homeland Security arrive. That's when the passenger is forcefully removed from the van and pinned to the ground.
Still resisting.
The footage was posted by a friend of one of the men. She says she was shocked at the immediate use of excessive force.
The men who came to this van, they didn't read them their rights. They kept asking what they did, and they weren't telling him anything. They were saying bad, you know, not so great words in Spanish to these men when they were asking like what they did, and they were trying to comply. I mean, if anything, they should have said, hey, we're pulling you.
She just said they were trying to comply. Where? Why is the driver still not out the car? Still hasn't opened the door. But they were trying to comply as he's holding himself in the car so he can't get pulled out. But she just said this is a joint agency task force. Jeez. She said Homeland Security, ATF, and ICE is all there. But these guys is totally 100% on the up and up.
Over for such and such. This is what we need you to do. And none of these men had weapons. Like, I don't understand why they would have weapons drawn on these people.
Public.
I'm sorry for stopping it so much and talking, but like, this shit really just, none of these men, how do the police know that if you're not even willing to listen to their commands to begin with? They're like, none of these men had weapons. Well, good, these 2 didn't, but you know, plenty of other ones they've arrested have weapons on them. But they're just supposed to be hunky-dory and you know, all happy with these 2 guys here illegally, not listening to them. Like, the fuck, man?
Records show that neither man faces criminal charges from the traffic stop. I spoke with the passenger's wife who says her husband entered the U.S. on a possibly expired work permit and does not know why he was targeted. She is hoping for his safe return as he is the main provider for their family and supports treatment for their handicapped 3-year-old daughter.
It's been well known that in Indiana, the ICE agency for our location is like severely like, you know, understaffed. So like raids have not been happening. But we also haven't heard really much action other than them picking up people with detainers at the jails. And that's kind of like the rhetoric that's been being pushed at the state houses as well when we're hearing these bills, controversial bills. And now we're seeing this type of behavior, and I feel like it's going to cause more panic because it's clearly more than what they've stated that they're doing.
Both men were booked into the Marion County Jail and later transferred to an immigration holding facility.
But we want to try to stay as calm as possible and lean into those connections and community resources that we have to, if there are any questions at all.
Now, as of Sunday night, the driver remains at that facility, but the passenger was moved to Illinois, then to a processing facility in Louisiana. His wife expects they will be deported to Honduras as soon as Monday.
All right. So your wife is here legally still, which either means she has a visa that's still active or she's a U.S. citizen. But if she's your wife, why don't you marry her in the U.S., which she's probably not. She's probably from Honduras as well, just, on this temporary visa or whatever she has. But they always try to use sympathy on you. He's the main provider for the disabled. Don't come to America then. Stay in your fucking country and provide for your kid there. Like, nothing tells you, nothing is more insane than these people think. It's like me. Like, for instance, I'm not rich in any way, means, form. If I just decided I'm going to go to California, go inside somebody's mansion and just, do whatever I want, it's going to be a big fucking issue, right? That's exactly what's happening with these illegals in our country. They're coming here illegally, doing whatever the fuck they want, earning money, earning less, getting paid less than the American workers that job is for, basically. So they're like, yeah, I'll do the job for $10 an hour, but, Americans are like, what the fuck, bro? We need to be paid too. But, the boss is like, I'm going to save, $10, $15 a person. That's cake right there.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Now, get the fuck out of here, bro. You should have never came here to begin with. And clearly, these niggas have been here for a while, because I highly doubt that at some point you brought a disabled baby over the border to the United States. No, you tried to have that baby in the U.S., which is now probably why the baby's a U.S. citizen, which is why Trump wants to get rid of that bullshit rule. Like, this isn't fucking, you're not playing tag. There's not a home base. You're not safe. This isn't when the police pull you over and you pull into your driveway and all of a sudden you're free and clear and the cops just, the 5 stars just go away and you just get to drive away.